Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Snell, and I would like for you to support the Brown Oofy Preserve.
Holy crap! We've got modern magic here at Titan Games. I hope you've all been very, very nice this year. Let's go ahead and just add everybody in.
Other hunting parties have also gone missing in that part of the jungle.
Looking. Getting there.
Apangi lowlands.
Let's do that one.
Are also known as the Monkey Swamp, and particularly devout Budrani.
Ooh, the sun is going to have to try to adjust that glare. We've got Jacob playing Black-White Tokens taking on Master Snell, who's been very nice this year. While we're getting everybody involved here, I just want to let everyone know who doesn't know already. I'm Pierre Noel, Valeo Pasecure, Dun Chi Lao Chen, Kurtzman, Kana Laloka, Baba Natalie, Sveidi Milokaj, Deej Moroz, Father Christmas, Saint Nicholas, Chris Kringle, Great Father Winter, and your master of ceremonies this evening, Santa Claus. Just to remind everybody out there, Modern Thursdays at Titan is filmed in front of a live Pathfinder audience. Oh my!
Monkeys are equated roughly to tricksters, especially the monkey.
Oh!
Or
looks like we've got an intangible virtue out. Oh, Jacob is being a very, very nice boy playing the white this year.
Okay.
I myself like a good elf deck. Master Snell puts himself at 14. He is, of course, playing the Derp Shadow, or Death Shadow. Oh my.
I found it useful to...
very intriguing, very interesting. Let's see what we can do about some...
So the Seagang jungle is a dense tropical forest. The deciduous trees that comprise it are
that's not doing a whole lot.
green
I believe
all
that's
year thanks to the wet coastal climate.
as good as we're gonna get.
It's the height of the warmer season, and the air is hot and sticky under the canopy. The trail is just wide enough to accommodate the passage of an elephant, and the underbrush on either side make it difficult terrain.
Did you get that?
What?
Walkie-talkie?
Didn't hear it. Didn't hear it.
Count and the
everything's
Baron
so far.
both ride in the howdah on top of the elephant.
Oh. Want to thank Mr. Dave Snell for being such a great supporter of the channel. Hoping out all those Oofies find a good home this Christmas.
So the first day goes uneventfully, and at the end of the day, you set up camp in a clearing atop a low rise.
Looks
The
like
night passes uneventfully
15 to
as well.
9.
Early
Yes.
in the morning, you hear a loud crash coming from
Death
the
Shadow
tent.
is a 6-6. No, is a 4-4. Playing
Okay, so the interior of
some
the
spirits
spacious
down.
Canvas tent is richly decorated with portable dark wood.
Those are
and
2/2
silver
flyers.
furnishings. Torn mosquito netting hangs above the bed, and a mirror basin and various shaving implements lie scattered on the ground. A black leather boot lies on the floor next to the crumpled remains of a large
And
black
Snell gets
spider.
his Death Shadow path to
Baron
exile.
Rudim reaches the tent just ahead of you. He says, "What the devil happened in here?" he asks. Count Masanda is lying on the bed, clutching his bare right.
I had an opportunity to speak to Master Snell before the match, and he was torn on what to play. I suggested the cute little kitty cats. He said he wanted to win. Well, hopefully he doesn't. Throwing Santa's suggestions in his face. That's not very nice. Snell's on the naughty list right now.
I'd like to do a heal check on him.
A heal check. Okay.
Knowledge nature.
Get rid of one of those tokens. Now there's just a singular 2/2 flyer.
13.
That's a 15 plus a knowledge nature, right?
Yep. 21. So you examine his wound, and you recognize that there is not any serious poisonous symptoms there. And you are able
Snell's
to
gonna get
confirm
thought
this
seized.
by identifying the,
He's gonna have to pay 2 life for that.
Spider.
I hope it was
think
worth
it's
it.
Probably equivalent to a bee sting.
Snell goes to
Chill
8.
out, you're gonna be fine.
If he's injured, I'd like to cure his.
Cast a Snapcaster Mage. Targeting
you
Opt.
Be injured in a way that provides hit point damage.
Okay.
And we're going to fatally push the other token.
So you like act like you cure him, but you don't really.
I'll give him an examination.
But he thinks you did. He totally thinks you did.
Well, after you give him the diagnosis, he calms down and
Flashback the
and accepts.
Lingering Souls. Snell cast the Opt.
So, shortly before departing from camp, Count Masada pulls you aside and asks you for help. I'd really like to impress the old man today, but you see, I'm not much of a hunter, he admits. In fact, I've never been hunting before. Is there any help or advice you could give me?
Now Snell seems like he's on the ropes.
Well,
Goes in for the attack. He's going to
retrospect,
trade
you
off a
probably should've hired
token.
rogue.
Tokens are soulless
little late for that
beings,
now.
just like elves.
We got a ranger. We're supposed to be good at training.
Well,
And there's a spectral procession to get him 3 more 2/2 flying tokens.
Don't they
Well,
make pit
technically
traps
I have
for
been on a
tokens?
couple of hunts, but I was on the other end.
Okay, so
Don't you make pit traps for tigers?
so key advice. Is,
Does he get in for the
if you see me
2?
running,
I believe he would have attacked for the 2.
anybody who has it can attempt a knowledge, nature, or
And
survival
Snell's gonna
check to come
scoop
with
up
some
game
good
1.
advice
Jacob
for him.
takes game 1 with a victory. Blue gets that victory. And in the meantime, I can put up a deck icon for the tokens.
Okay, so you're able to give him some advice about hunting,
Oh,
and he thanks you for doing so.
who was it going to give the advice to?
That is the count.
There we go. Right there. Got some black-white token action.
Gotta track everything you do.
Well, that was a quick first game. Hopefully Snell will be able to pull out a game 2 to send us to the 3rd one.
Okay.
Because Santa
So
wants to see
you
as
guys can
much
also,
magic
if you
as
want
possible.
to,
Because this
attempt,
is
during
truly
the hunt
Christmas
to go out
magic.
and bag
Oh.
a animal as you are hunting.
My guess is the animal's going to come to us, but
And while we're sideboarding, I can take this opportunity to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button to YouTube page
during the
Zone
day, you go out
521. When we
Oh, I
reach
see. I thought
100
that during the
subs,
day we were,
we get to bring the greatest gift
following
of
the trail
all.
to the temple.
A
No,
hard
they're-
face slap
today
to one
they're-
Mr.
they are
Benjamin
hunting.
Seidel.
It's a, you
There
know,
he
safari,
is.
so they
Look at
travel
him.
the ways in,
He
set up a
wants it.
camp, and
You
now
can
they're
see he
going
wants
out
it.
and
Santa can't bring it to
hunting
him
game.
until we've met our goals, so
Might as well
go
go
ahead and
on.
subscribe and have all of your friends subscribe.
So
We too can slap
Check out this new
Ben Seidel.
sure, let's start here.
He's been
Roll
such a
D8
good boy
to see
this
what
year.
type of animal
I'd hate to
you
deprive him
find yourself
of this
facing.
one gift that he truly wants for himself.
A 6. So as you are hunting, you
So as we get
find
ready for
yourself
game
face to
2 in
face
this
with
match.
A sloth bear. So you have the chance to deliver the killing shot to him. You can want to make a ranged attack of some
Oh
variety.
my.
I got a bolt of fire.
I see you when you're
Yep, just
sleeping.
me. Go ahead.
Santa's a creeper, just like that.
That's D24, right?
Yep. Yeah, just
I can't
usually
wait.
reroll
Roll,
something
roll
like
it.
that.
The 5.
Oh.
Okay. So
Of
you-
course, all of this
Am I
information
doing-
is
am I
piped
using my
up to
bow?
my
Yeah, so you would add your-
workshop.
add my attack.
This is my
Yep.
personal bow that you can see
So
behind
that
me.
will miss.
The
Roll
elves
a
are
D8
working
to
hard
see
in the
what you
distance,
get.
but
An opportunity to throw
that's
a
okay.
killing shot
They
against.
still have
Fire.
5.
3 whole days to
You
get the
find
job
yourself in
done.
position,
No,
and
2
there is
whole
a
days to get the
leopard
job done.
that has been
I'm
bloodied
busy on
and
Sunday
chased.
night.
Aha.
My arrow missed the sloth and hit the leopard.
Sloth bear.
The sloth bear.
Yeah.
The sloth bear that was barely moving. You know?
Okay.
Oh.
You need to
So I
touch it,
get
see if
my
it-
I mean, he's not going anywhere. You get
I
another
get my
shot,
base
right?
attack bonus plus my dex modifier, and I attempt to touch him.
Snow is making sure that all of his cards are completely randomized in his deck.
19.
Touch.
So you will hit the leopard and score a fabulous killing blow.
Huzzah!
Go ahead and roll the d8.
6.
So, him having missed the sloth
Looks like
bear,
Snow's
now
going to go ahead
you're
and
in the
shock,
right
so let's
position to
reset life
shoot it.
totals to
So,
18.
Go ahead and take
and
a
20.
shot.
So
Actually, it does say you can use melee attacks. I guess you could run up and punch
Take the
sloth
shot!
bear to death.
that is what I prefer to do.
Okay.
Snow's also going to shock again to send him to 16.
Okay,
Half-orc
what?
robber.
Maybe? Yes.
Alright.
So yes, he's a monk.
A monk fighter thingy. Yeah.
He punches stuff.
So 15.
And
so that's a modified.
I apologize,
20, so
Santa's
you
not
managed to
quite able to
punch the
make
sloth
out
bear
what's
to
out
death.
there, but
Club him right in the face. And he goes.
that is a rest in peace.
I distracted it for you.
Thank you.
And in response, Snow is going to cast a Snapcaster to get in for 2 quick damage.
That's like a real weapon.
So,
Ooh.
nothing else much
I
happens.
apologize. It seems
second
Santa's
day
been hitting the
of
eggnog a
hunt.
little
We travel
early
a
this
little
year.
bit further in, set up a different camp. They go out hunting again, you know.
And that Snapcaster's going to
Sorry,
get
so they're trying to
fatally
bring
pushed
back as
away.
many wondrous dead things as they can.
Well, what kind of a roll do I need to
That's a Vault of the Archangel
for the leopard?
that he's searching. Where he taps, so it looks like he's just paying 1 life for the search.
There are rules for that, but I don't know them. It's a craft skill.
Unglare.
Taxidermy actually is one of the
Okay.
skills for it.
In that case, I will pass.
Yeah.
Surely one of the porters.
That's,
So on the morning of the hunt's 3rd day, the smell of wood smoke fills the camp as porters busy themselves tending
Shut up.
various cook fires. Outside the camp, the jungle is alive with the sound of monkeys, birds, chirping, and insects.
Not
Yes, the
quite able
porters
to-
offer to butcher, cook, and
I know that
skin
card, but I
any
just
of the
don't. I
animals
can't
that
can't
you,
place the name of it right now. There's a
killed, so I
Soren.
guess that you guys are eating leopard and
Hey,
sloth bear
fellow
for
vampire!
breakfast.
Except he's a weak planeswalker, and Santa is a god.
So,
He's gonna put the vampire bat into play, or it's just a bat. It's an engineered explosives. Santa just remembered what that is. Yay me! Yay me!
not quite, but I bought this one. Actually, I bought this one specifically when I knew I was running.
Another Death Shadow hits the table.
But
And Snell's gonna go fetching It looks like
21st century.
16 to 12. I'm on this.
make sure that I have at
Usually I have a
some
team
of the actual
of helper
maps that
elves
go along with the various,
keeping track of all of these
um,
doodads and fidgets.
adventures.
Snell's gonna, or Jacob's gonna take 2 on the attack, or from something.
So here's your guys'
Oh,
camp,
he got Thoughtseize, or he did Thoughtseize and got rid of Tassiger.
and you're milling about waiting for breakfast.
You have a
It's actually a crocodile.
animal companion?
Yes.
Anyway.
Thing my daughter had to a crocodile.
Oh, somebody got feisty with my rig.
The smell of food has attracted
Snow takes himself
A-
down to 9.
swarm of macaque monkeys.
Oh.
And they come on into the camp and they start
Gonna have to
knocking
readjust
over.
that.
They aren't,
Don't
initially
worry, it'll be
hostile,
okay.
but they
Just
are
a little
causing trouble by
off-centered.
overturning containers, stealing trinkets, raiding unguarded food supplies.
I'll try and shoo them off. Shoo, get out of here. Go.
We're going for a Seaman Visions.
Okay, you can attempt a
And he's
handle
going to
animal
go-
or wild empathy check to
One definitely looks to the bottom. To the top,
Oh, dice are on fire today.
to the top, and to the bottom. It looks like he wants that
23.
bolt.
uh,
The shadow gets blocked by a bat. It's a good thing he doesn't have trample.
yes, you managed to successfully scare off.
He's going to
the monkeys.
Thoughtseize.
Good
Pay
work.
2 life. You're doing the job for him.
Those were the mythical monkeys that were going to guide us to the temple. Smooth move.
Hey, not intelligent.
Not intelligent.
He's gonna get rid of the stubborn denial, which is a good idea.
So, following breakfast and the simian disturbance,
Didn't put a bat
you
in
have
the
a
play.
second opportunity to hunt. If everyone would like to make hunt rolls again.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that's a D8.
I wonder why he didn't put a bat in the play.
2.
So 4, you have a good shot at an antelope.
Would it make sense that I could run down an antelope?
The shadow's gonna just get in there
Somebody
and
has flushed it out.
rip
onto the
Soren
path.
a new
Right
one.
at you.
Just 30 feet.
that weak vampire
You move
booty
50
couldn't
feet,
handle the rape.
around.
I'll see you make one of those speedy
The
boy
shadow gets in for a
Not that
hefty 3 points of damage.
Alright.
4 points of damage. He is, wow.
Well, I'm gonna use
Jacob's on the ropes.
martial flexibility.
Gets down a Snapcaster. No targets due to no graveyards, thanks to Rest in Peace.
Sure.
For a minute and shoot it.
Do they have a spare musket?
Oh no, it says that they'll lend you a light or heavy crossbow.
Well, then I
And
guess
goes
I
attacking.
can use the crossbow.
And we got Snell taking game 2. We're on to game 3.
Real impressive. A 14.
14 is good enough to shoot an antelope, apparently.
Oh.
2.
2. A
Now pulls out the victory. I knew he could do it.
12.
touch.
And now, while we're re-sideboarding, I have the perfect opportunity to tell you about the Titan Brown Oofy Preserve that you all heard so much about at the beginning of this broadcast. We're talking
So you get to
Ice
answer,
Age Brown Oofies.
happen to be near a
Now,
stream,
these
and there is a
unfortunate, sad
crocodile.
souls need some additional love, especially on the holidays.
To the crocodile.
If you know of an Ice Age Brown Oofy that is in need of love, please dig deep
Not good enough to get a
Pull them out
crocodile.
of their
You-
plight
You miss the croc.
and send them off
Somebody else
to the Titan
scares it away.
Brown
or
Oofy
it
Preserve.
dives off. into
Titan
the water
Games,
and
care of the Oofy Preserve,
Mm-hmm.
4450 North Prospect Road, Suite C6, Peoria Heights, Illinois, 61616. Everyone who sends in Oofies will definitely get shout-outs and big praises! Oh, look at those little guys, having all the fun in their little land. Your
Later,
Oofies could also be
after
having
doing some
fun.
hunting,
Just
you
send
are
them in,
back to
and they'll join them, those fortunate souls.
traversing through the.
Not all Oofies are as fortunate as others are this holiday season. That's why we need your help.
I like this place. It reminds me of home.
Anyway, we're getting ready for Game 3 now. Ho, 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 ho. Jacob is good with his 7, it looks like. I don't think he mulliganed. Snell's still shuffling, making sure to completely randomize those cards.
So here is our elephant.
Something happened to that and it does not look right.
You know, there are not that many
I know.
elephant figures out there, it turns out, and I don't have any of them. If there are.
It's a celestial one.
1 land, 2 land. Snell's go fetching. Probably to 17. Jacob at a healthy 20.
So, as you guys are going, following the elephant begins to,
And it's going to be followed by an opt.
the elephant comes upon a cobra nest and begins to panic at the sight of the snakes.
Oh.
Starts off over here, and here are some baby snakes here, and the elephant is freaking out.
Now it is Snell doing the thought seizing. Paying the 2 life to get rid of Soren.
The elephant is panicking. The elephant driver falls from his seat,
Oh, jeez.
and I'm sorry.
See, you gotta wear seatbelts.
Water seatbelts.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm missing something here.
Get rid of the
There's something
path
that one of these
instead
guys
of
is
the
supposed to carry out
Soren.
to you. Let me find it.
Snakes! Oh.
Oh.
Why does it have to be snakes?
Because the book said so.
Oh, so at the beginning of conflict, the two nobles
Cycling a street wraith.
shout conflicting orders. Count Masanda asks for help controlling the elephant, while Baron Rugium orders you to protect the porters from the large snake. And that would be where
He
we
must have
roll
shocked fetched again.
initiative.
There's
I was
Tessiger.
19.
He is a very
Rolling the maze.
naughty boy.
Anybody else want to do it?
Go ahead.
Tessiger does, however, pull a path to exile.
I've got a 12.
Okay, so 17 for mage, 12 for, is that Fezzik?
Hostog is up top with a 20.
Kevin Boss is at 19.
And these guys are down here at 6.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Then, since they didn't give me stat blocks this week, I actually have to open up the books.
Here we go.
Oh no, not opening the book.
I know, it's terrible. It's terrible, unconscionable.
There's a fetch.
I do
I'm
have
assuming that's a
all
fetch
books,
now.
So I can do it, but having
Are
to...
these snakes poisonous?
Cobras, yes. They're
And an alt.
highly poisonous.
Well, I know they are in real life, but these things.
On your turn, you can make a knowledge
A
nature
nature check?
check. Yeah. Let me find what their initiatives are, though.
Or you can just kick the snake.
Yeah. Problem solved.
Just push the elephant over the forehead.
And that concealed courtyard's definitely not fast enough to come into play untapped. Snell goes for a Thought Scour.
And these guys are bestiary 2. Makes me get not one but two books.
Finally fixed his life die. He did fetch.
That's why I like printing all the pages off better.
And another Tessiger.
Some people are never happy.
Yeah.
Another tapped land that looks like a Bashamalam vents. Spectral Procession comes down, putting a bunch of 2/2 flying.
Well, that is definitely
Nope,
wrong.
that's gonna get stubborn denied.
Or we hope it's wrong.
And he's gonna go ahead and Ghost
All right.
Quarter
So Ostog, you will be first.
and an
Yes,
Opt.
but everybody remember, you're at +1 to attack.
I see
You're
Soren.
also +2 against fear effect.
Looks like a Grim Nemesis.
Cobras
Nope.
don't have to make you afraid. They make you dead.
Looks like Lord of Innistrad, perhaps.
Alright. So Kellenvoss.
Alright. So we're supposed to be defending it from this big snake?
Well, so one of the nobles ordered you to defend from the big snake, and one of the nobles
Tessiger
ordered
is
you
going to
help
get
the
in.
elephant.
Mighty
We do
4
have-
attack power on that behemoth.
Sure.
Liliana comes down. Now this is Liliana the Last Hope, not Liliana of the Veil, who's a very naughty girl.
Yeah, you know that they have poison.
That
That
looks like a
is
Wrath
very,
of God, if I'm not
damaging
mistaken.
to your health.
But I
It
don't
does
know off the hand.
Constitution damage. The DC isn't particularly high, but failing it can be particularly deadly.
Okay. Is that a poison that lasts multiple rounds, or is it just a single shot?
What to do?
Depends
What to
on
do?
how many saves you make.
All right. Well,
Cast
yes.
Soren. Put a bat into play.
I will.
Now Liliana, she's just gonna get rid of that bat, and he's going to pull the Tasigur attack to kill Soren,
Closest snake. Is there a minimum range?
unless
You have to be able
the
to shoot the bow.
it wasn't enough to kill the bat. Ah!
Well, no.
Well,
I mean,
you want to be
I mean,
not.
yeah, you
5
can't be
feet,
directly.
right.
Yeah, you can't be
Okay.
directly up against all shots.
There's a Thoughtseize. Do you want to get rid of the other intangible virtue or
9 plus 3
that
1.
thing?
So 13.
13 will miss.
It's still I'm
That brings the first snake.
it might be a wrath of God. I just don't
Will
know.
come to bite you.
Of course he does.
AC.
Tick
10.
down Soren.
I'm a 12.
So he will miss. That brings up the mage.
Why?
Whatchamacallit? Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Do you know?
You get an emblem.
You know?
Creatures you control get +1/+1 or +1/+0 and half. This, I mean, why save your Soren when you can just, I don't know. Whew. Firing up shambling vents. Gain 2 life from the life link.
Alright, I'll go with Acid Splash on the
Now it's 6.
snake then.
Okay.
Or is that still 9? That looks like 6.
So ranged touch, so
Now the bats start coming back.
that's a 12 for touch.
That is a miss. Those are size tiny snakes.
Yeah.
That brings up Physic.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Tasigur goes to the attack
Alright.
at Soren.
I will have
He's going to call to arms to get himself some soldiers.
and try to punch the snake or step on it or something.
Okay.
An arm strike.
Do both at the same time.
Body
DDT.
slam.
Just the top ropes.
And
So that'll be 21.
21.
I
will-
know you've got it in you to make a decision.
So then that'll be 8 damage.
And
Call
you
to
have
arms on the
smushed
stack.
The first snake.
Good work.
Is your
And
crocodile doing something?
Snapcaster opt. Nope. Snapcaster counterspell. Stubborn denial.
Will move up, but he's not gonna be able to. What is he?
Because the bat was too valuable to
Yeah,
lose?
he's got a 30-foot move. Alright. Fight it.
Fatally pushed the Snapcaster.
So
19 will hit.
That bat is a 3?
4 damage.
Yeah, it's gonna get
Still
bolted
enough
anyway,
to-
so it doesn't really matter how big it is.
Swallow the size tiny snake.
And we're gonna Thoughtseize the last card out of his
And that brings
hand.
up the big one, so the porters are over there, kind of ineffectively, and he's snapping at them. And that brings up the other 2 snakes.
And we're
One
going
of
to
them is dead,
Ultimate Liliana.
So only one remains.
Attack with
to fight
Tasigur.
the Crocodile with a 12.
He has an 18 armor class.
So that will miss. The Count and the Baron and the Elephant. The Elephant is cowering, and the Count and the Baron are both trying to calm it and hold on as it's shaking.
Lots of zombies.
The elephant driver has ran
Oh,
off to hide.
And that's it.
In the
He had
forest
nothing to
over
come
here.
back from.
And
Master
brings us back
Snell
to
pulls
hot
out the
dogs.
win.
So the elephant is
Oh
actually
my
moving.
God.
No, it's just kind of.
Oh, that was so
stomping,
exciting.
shaking.
Got a little bit of time before the next
It's
round
that comical
begins.
scene in the movies where a mouse. is
Santa's gonna find
scaring
out if
the
we happen
elephant
to have an elf
on
deck
the
on board.
snakes.
But before I
I'm
do
going to call
that,
for a firebolt.
there is a segment here that I was told I have to
And,
do.
range
It's called
touch on
the Banhammer.
small one.
Now,
Okay.
if I could think of one card that should not
That's
be in
natural
the
three,
modern
I'm not
format,
confident.
No,
it would be
I
one that
think
would set my
whole
workforce
mix is our
free.
tiny snakes.
So that is
All
why
of us.
I have suggested that for the purposes of this segment,
Okay.
Azuri the Renegade Leader,
You're gonna have to take
this
it.
SOB thinks he can lead elves against a revolt. That is very, very effective slave labor that Santa's got there. And there's no one who's gonna take him from me. You have any idea how hard it is to brainwash elves?
20?
It's actually not quite that hard.
-4.
I was rather surprised how it happened, but I don't want to go out and find more elves to do it to. So if I can stop Azuri from taking my elves, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So that is why I want Azuri Renegade Leader
What's that?
What is that? 20?
banned from
So
the
if you
modern
roll
format.
20, you've threatened
Elves
to
don't need to get it into their
roll
mind
to
that they're a
confirm,
free
and
race.
on that second roll,
Oh
then you
no!
get to do times 3
Oh,
damage.
Santa would be ruined if he
instead of
didn't
rolling
have his
1d8,
slave
you
labor
roll
enforcements.
3d8.
But that's
Some
another
have
story
19
for
or
another
20, so they
day.
crit on
Soak that in, viewing
or threaten
audience.
to crit.
Yeah.
Santa will be right back after he finds out the playing field and see what we want to do next. Let's get rid of that and that, and there were no victories in the next round.
That brings up
I
the
shall return.
mage. crocodile. that
We
is found
are in
front of
for a
her.
treat.
This has suddenly
I have to
become,
say, boys and girls,
Lake Placid. That is AC.
we are going with
Oh, what's the saving throw make?
the next
So
round,
he will take
which will
2
be
damage and will need to make a fortitude save.
Kitty.
11 for the fortitude save.
So
That's a modified 11?
Yeah.
What did you do, roll a 4?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, dear.
so he will
Welcome
take
to the group.
2 constitution damage. And that brings up Astag.
Oh, let's see here.
5, 10, 15,
While Santa gets things
25, 30.
Sataned up. That's a Freudian slip.
And
Santa's
we're
gonna
call for Soundburst.
bring back a logo for all you to lovingly gaze at.
You're not gonna freak the elephant out again, are you?
No, the Soundburst is going to drop,
Be right back.
and it affects everybody in a 10-foot radius.
Okay. So it gets just the King Cobra.
And it does 1 to 8 damage. Now, do Cobra's here?
Yes, they can here.
Okay. Takes 2 points of damage. And a fortitude save, 17. Failure will be done for 1 round.
It is stunned for 1 round. Kellenvas.
I can only move 20 because I'm wearing the breastplate.
Correct.
So, I think I can move up to here.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yep.
Alright, and then I've got 100-foot range on my bow. So we'll take a shot at the big snake.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's in melee, isn't it?
It is, so.
So, -4, that's got a... Yeah, so 17.
17 will hit.
Okay.
Much?
That's an 8.
8. The snake is down.
Sorry for the
Way to go.
inconvenience. Ooh!
What kind of a roll do I need to recover the poison stack?
Coming
Probably
up.
alchemy, or I don't know. Don't know that there are rules on recovering poison sacks.
Okay.
Not for Pathfinder Society, in any case.
Okay.
Is there any part of this big snake that's useful at all?
Katie
I understand that.
will be playing her polymerization deck,
Let's find
taking
out.
on her opponent when we find out who that is.
Snake sticks.
Dry.
It's a little over to the
Like
side.
Just
jerky,
like
like
roasting
snake
marshmallows.
Yeah.
It's big enough to make several pairs of boots.
Snakeskin boots. I like it.
So,
People are getting
after a
unruly
few
out there.
hours from your encounter with the snake, you reach a place where a small stream crosses the trail.
Oh,
Baron Rudium explains that this is the stream
Looks like
where
Santa
he and his
needs
friends
to
were following when
adjust
the tiger
that a
ambushed
little bit
them
more.
5 years ago. This is where you should. He thinks you should break off the trail to find the tiger's territory. The Count declines to accompany you, and he and the porters take the elephant further down the trail to a hunting lodge.
I can
outpost
live with that.
to wait in safety while the Baron finishes hunting his white whale, or
Yes.
Hit
yes.
Moby Dick.
yes.
We do have
Might
approximately
as well.
8 minutes before the next round begins.
So,
So
can I
anyway,
check around to see
if you
any
believe,
certain
if you
tigers?
think Santa made a mistake in his banhammer decision by taking out the renegade leader, if you think the Redeemer, if you think the Exiled, if you think any other elf leader would have been a better choice, let me know. But it sounds like Azuri is definitely the
You
one
don't
that
think
you
you,
gotta keep an eye
have
on if
any
you want to keep your slave
on it.
elf
Any
workforce.
I don't see it. Master tracker over here, folks. There's no tiger anywhere.
All right.
So,
So, can I check out my crocodile? He's looking a little greener than normal.
Oh, that's true.
oh, I'm sorry. That still has to go. So your croc needs to make a second save
Okay.
on the second round.
I apologize. Santa gets a little toasty.
So he
Oh,
makes the second
that is
save
a
and
roaring
secure
camp-
one
that is a
save, so he
roaring
isn't subject to
Fire in the
remaining
fireplace
4
back there,
saves.
after all.
Okay. Do you know how many hits the crocodile has?
He has 10 remaining after taking the Constitution damage.
Oh, that's true. How long will it take him? to
Beautiful.
recover
You recover stat damage at a rate of 1 per full rest.
And how long does the full rest take?
The full rest is it's a day, 8 hours.
Oh, that is
Well, I'm
mighty
going to
shiny
call
on
for
that
light
die,
wounds,
though.
And I can at least heal the 2 points.
Yeah, if you want to, sure. I would very much appreciate that.
Definitely
It's
going to
done.
lower
How many of
that.
those tier light ones do you have?
As many as you want.
Oh, okay.
He's still level 4 cleric.
He's level 4. I just didn't know whether that was meant you got 4 of them. Because this tiger's gonna mess us up.
Well, my specialty is channeling positive energy. Every once in a while, you'll notice we pick up 2 6-siders. And everybody within 30 feet of me recovers that many points.
We've got the healer tank.
Yes.
So the jungle opens up into a wide grassy clearing
Little
bisected by
better.
a shallow, gurgling stream. In the center of the clearing lies a partially eaten carcass of a guar. Its throat has been torn open, and the grass all around the dead bison is covered in dried, sticky blood. Baron Rudium proclaims, "Ah, this is where we will set up to ambush the tiger.
There we go.
This is a fresh kill. which means
Santa's
the
a
tiger will
miracle
likely
worker.
return to finish its meal later tonight."
So let's just camp here right next to it.
Are there signs of a tiger around?
Make it,
Ooh, a double dose of
so
Master
you
Snell,
search
huh?
the area for signs of a tiger. Make a survival check.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see anything. I don't even see the corpse.
Well, this is a different location. You can hide.
12.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't even have to change the information. Oh, Christmas miracles indeed.
So the
I
only
don't
tracks
see- I don't
you are able
Let's
to
go ahead
find
and put the
are what
icon
look
back
like
up.
antelope
Oh,
tracks.
oh.
Survival, that's wisdom based, isn't it?
It is.
I got
Ding!
a 20.
So you two are able to find these strange antelope tracks. Does anybody have knowledge arcana?
I hope so.
I bet she does.
You betcha.
How much?
10.
Lots of shuffling up now.
Planes.
Polymerization.
Knowledge arcana.
It seems like a very fun deck. And for round 3, I'm gonna have Rat Moon. We're gonna give him another try.
Identify or tell anything of what it could be. So
And it looks like Katie wins the die roll. She's going first.
The, Baron instructs you in how to
I have
set
it on good authority
match-ins. A
that
type
Katie
of
has already
portable
beaten
hunter's
one Death
walk
Shadow
in the
deck tonight.
trees around the
She's
clearing.
not gonna have a problem
They are
taking
mounted
out another
2 feet
one.
Up in the lower branches of the trees and camouflage.
Excuse me.
Can hold up to 3 medium
Too much eggnog.
creatures.
Santa's just full
Only
of
sturdy
Christmas
enough to
cheer.
provide effective cover.
Christmas cheer.
not sturdy enough to provide effective cover during combat.
Snow didn't like those 7. He's mulliganing to
The
6.
Baron directs you to climb into the matchings and wait for the tiger to return.
Okay.
He warns you that you should avoid descending once night falls unless you want to come face to face with the angry tiger in the dark.
All right. Now, so there's 5 of us and 2 mansions.
There are
Let's see if these 6 are any better than the 7.
5 of you plus a crocodile.
All right.
Do you want that
And
Death
there
Shadow?
are
Or
3
you do not want that Snapcaster.
And how are we going to get a crocodile up a tree?
Let's refresh that counter.
Yeah, you have to-
or some other place you might desire to. Is that one yours? That one yours?
Well,
Fetch!
or the other option is for him to hide in the street.
Did she go to 17? She did go to 17!
I like that.
By all means, if you want.
Right into an Inquisition of
crocodile
Kozilek.
to hide in the stream.
You don't need that Death Shadow.
Okay. Who do I want?
Baron is set up here. You guys can place yourselves where you want to be for the ambush.
Snell's gonna be doing this fetching now.
This is high ground, or I mean, or is this
So-
a hilly bush kind of area?
The tree.
Tree. With
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like this.
here it
This is a
stands. Okay.
stream. It's a clearing. This is a tree, and there's a rope ladder up into these things that are basically
Okay.
3 squares inside them.
Okay.
Andy cycled a
Who
street
wants to
race.
be with me?
Anybody who wants to live.
Good thinking.
Snell wants to make sure we get a good view of what just happened. And he blurred out my camera.
So it's actually, those are the
The 3
3
squares that
squares.
we can stand in.
And where do you want to put the...
Are we up?
Yes, it's
Around
20
here?
feet up.
Sure. Okay, so yeah. So keep that in mind in the motion. The only thing I can do is get down the ladder, right?
Correct, with a climb check.
What do we got?
Okay.
Which isn't a real problem. I just only have 20-foot range, so.
Right.
But I'll probably be
It's a
raining arrows.
Fairly easy climb check with the ladder and slightly more difficult with that.
9, 10. Excellent.
Gaining.
If they're within 50 feet of me, I
Life.
can left on
And
them.
here is the carcass of the whatever.
Okay.
Do you want a stealth check from the crocodile to hide in the water?
Sure.
There's a
Modify.
a lingering souls.
22?
Yep.
Okay. And you guys, so as night falls or
Oh,
night is falling,
oh, it's a
going on,
copter.
they make perception.
It's the looter scooter.
I'm going
I
to
didn't
proceed
recognize
rather
it.
than torch.
Snell's at 2, she's
What a
at
waste.
18.
21.
23.
And I have dark vision.
I have light vision.
This is an interesting game.
I have low light vision.
So many land choices. Shocks in a hollowed fountain. 14.
I'm presuming this is later on the same day.
Flashback
It
the
is,
lingering
yeah.
souls. No, she's got quad spirits. Looter scooter.
It's not a snake. I don't have the correct figure, but you guys.
K command
make
to destroy
your,
that artifact and kill one of those
checks,
tokens.
So you'll get to roll initiative during the surprise round. That would be now, yes. Initiative.
There's a death shadow. Snell shocks himself for 2, making that a 3/3 shadow.
I'm sorry, everybody who got more than 17.
Right.
I should have rolled perception for her.
Yes.
Okay, she did not.
What's yours?
So I got 10.
10? Go ahead and still roll her initiative, and she'll just be skipped.
Confused during the.
Actually, that's. Is there an initiative modifier? Or is it
It's your
just that I-
dex.
Okay,
And then-
dex.
Yeah. So she
Silent Night to Candy Cane. What? Silent Night to Candy Cane. What did I just miss?
She got a 12.
What did you just witness? You witnessed just a
What's your
one-sided
bonus?
Whose bonus?
Physics.
He's got a +2 bonus.
What's Ostog's?
1.
I'm going
So,
to assume Katie pulled that victory out.
And then
Of course, if you want to take advantage of the bless, you may wish to delay a couple.
Delay.
Of,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Danzy! Hello, Sambo Baggins, if you're watching. And if you're not, I'll see you in the future!
so
I'm giving that Windows to
it's
Katie.
down here on a random sidebar on page 14. Malaria. The swamp is infested with nocturnal mosquitoes. Unless the PCs take precaution, such as applying vermin repellent before they sleep, they must attempt saves to resist contracting malaria. At the end of each night, they rest in the swamp.
oh dear.
Attacked with a 6 spirit, attacked with a non-6 spirit. It doesn't matter, because the Snell only had 1 blocker, and he was too low in life to counteract it. So he just said, "Tafooey with it! We're going to game 2!"
So, oh, I'm sorry, I need the Baron. This is 3,
Yeah, we're good.
20. Okay.
One of my elves came in and said, "We need more better working conditions." And I said, "Ha ha 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 ha! Get back to work!"
Run the NPC in combat. I'm sure you guys don't mind.
Snow goes
That
back
means
up to
the
20,
NPC
which
helps
he
you
will
out.
do
But it
his
makes
best
it more difficult
to
for
just get rid of all that life. It's pesky anyway. Oh,
me. Good on time.
He shoots a tiger and it dies. Hooray!
we're doing Fantastico here at Titan Games in Peoria. I'm all full of Christmas spirit watching these spirit, another Freudian slip. Watching these magnificent games happening.
So the Baron is surprised, which means that the first person who will act in the surprise round is... Oh, it's actually the Kirkata.
Snow's gonna go ahead and
this
fetch shock
thing
himself
over
down to
here,
17.
Which looks like
And I
this.
believe he's gonna be in all in again on
Is
the
a kind
engineered explosives
Doesn't look
campaign.
much like a tiger to me.
beastie thing. Well, it's striped.
Mm-hmm.
It is
And we're
striped.
going to Serum Visions.
Looks
So
like,
this is the thing they thought was a tiger?
Yes.
it looks like if a monkey and a tiger had a baby.
It has hooves like an antelope. It is a magical beast, though.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
So, I guess
Puppy
that,
Monkey Baby.
that actually works out for
That
you
works out in my favor.
in that case. It uses its voice and it calls to Baron Rudyum by name. To
It
try
looks
to
like
coax
Top
him
Top.
out of the tree.
I'm not gonna lie, Santa was distracted. He didn't quite see what happened. Katie presents a fetch herself.
Save. So that brings up Phasic. You have
Did
you
Snow go a
take
shocking?
single move or standard action.
I'm
not
going
both.
to delay until after the cleric goes.
Okay. Hostag.
Bless. I've counted. All 5 of us are within 50 feet. And I think the crocodile is too.
So then Fezzik, he
Oh.
has just cast Bless.
Snell's on the thinking really hard plan this game.
Yeah, I can't do anything from up here, so I'm thinking about getting down.
Let's make a climb check.
Yikes. 5.
You actually failed the climb check, even with the rope ladder. So you start down the ladder and
I just decided to get down.
Yes, I see Katie's at 19.
so make a reflex save.
Probably.
Gonna Inquisition the heck out of Snell's hand.
No, 14.
So you will take half damage.
You don't need all that creature destruction.
I'm gonna die falling
So you'll
over.
take 3 damage only.
Alright.
And you will be prone right
Kinda
here.
want to get rid of that anger of the gods. Santa's wrath!
And, Kellenthos.
So I can shoot at it with the bow from here.
You can.
The wrath of Klaus.
Yeah.
I
Bo
got
has a
range.
beautiful range.
Very nice range. Alright, let's go with...
That will not do it.
Snell goes a fetching.
You better not be rolling 3s. That's fine.
Here we go, a fetching, a land fetching today. Here we go, a
The
land
Baron
fetching,
will shoot
a
at
shocking
the-
us today.
Oh, he made a surprise roll?
No, he didn't. He just has a 20 initiative, so he goes to
Oh,
the top of the
okay.
first actual round.
A serum visions to you, and to you a death shadow, and whatever.
So he will hit it for some damage. And that brings up the sorcerer.
How far
Less than 100 feet, the magic missile will work.
Yeah.
Snell goes fetching some more.
So yeah. Let's throw the magic missile there.
What did your blessing?
Here we go, a land fetching today. Snell goes a land fetching to
Plus
say.
1 to attack, right?
Yeah,
Here is Tassiger, the golden fang to deal with too. And it is shadow for good measure.
Okay, yeah, so that's...
Katie doesn't seem to be able to pull out any
I
mana.
didn't hear you.
She
I'm
goes
trying to
fetching
remember
herself.
Where this came from. That was from the fight out with the elephants and the snakes.
Of course.
So that's a... You just refreshed that.
Yes, I got a ton of left.
And she's gonna be shocking.
So it
Well, I
uses
forgot
a
to cross
climb
those out.
speed and gets to here, clinging to the tree.
Into
So
a...
it's, actually,
Maybe you should have been with the Baron.
these
That
guys
way the master would have come to you.
Into nothing.
are,
She thought long and hard about it.
these guys are,
Long. And
20
hard.
and it is 10 feet up, which will let it, or it's 15 feet up.
3
which will let
mana?
it threaten these two.
That
grunts.
says... Go!
And that brings up Ostag.
Okay.
We're gonna fatally
now
push
see all
that
this
shadow.
happening. We're going to throw a bolt of fire.
That's gonna draw a stubborn
Range
denial.
attack. And it's gonna be
Had to go for it. Had to go for it.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 will hit with the ranged touch.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Take 8.
8.
I maxed out.
And attack.
Nasty
For
bolt there.
5.
Isaac.
He'll
Oh.
stand up, I guess.
That's bigger.
Okay.
That's 8.
And then, I mean, is that his like full move action?
No, that is a move action, so he still has a standard or move action.
So he can still move, yes.
Yes.
Spectral procession to try to stay alive.
Trying to determine if I want
It's gonna pull.
Well, if you're not going to
An
do
opt.
something, why the hell did you get out of
Snell
the
goes digging. Doesn't want that.
to.
Gonna try that.
So,
And says, you can have a spectral procession. That's fine. I just wanted to stall the game out a little bit just to see if I could maybe do something.
Scream. Yeah,
Which he
probably.
couldn't.
You can jump it.
What a silly Billy.
probably not.
Oh, dear.
Alright, so that would
And
be
we're going
like-
to deal 2 damage
Yep,
and
so
bring
wait
back
for it.
A creature.
15, 20,
Good old K command.
30, I guess.
Okay. And so he's not here.
And we're going to Thoughtseize.
Here, essentially.
Yeah.
Keep in mind.
Unless that's an Inquisition. Read that
so-
polymerization really close.
Second Brock.
Yeah.
That's kind of the win card of the deck. A lot of tokens into something mighty big.
The Croc can't get to it.
No,
No.
again, because he's not actually here, he's on the tree. He has a climb speed. So these guys are 20 feet up. He is 15 feet up. So his rear end is 10 feet off the ground.
Very good.
He's actually...
Just gonna go ahead and get rid of that other spectral possession. She does not have blue mana, apparently.
Probably
Nope.
better than me.
Gonna get rid of the polymerization.
That, unfortunately, is not saying much, but...
And we're going to attack.
Alright, I'll end up there.
Double block.
Okay.
And Cat
Talon
Death
Rush?
Well,
Shadow.
I think I'm gonna climb down from the tree.
Katie's on the ropes.
Okay.
Can
Make a
she
climb
pull
check.
something out? Spectral Precision.
What's your
He's better
plan?
at climbing than me.
Snow looks like he's hell-bent.
10.
10 is the check, so that's 20 feet of movement to the ground.
Snow's on top decking duty.
I'm
Katie's
getting
looking to
up
live.
with my greatsword.
Gotcha.
Turn him sideways.
So I've got
Anger of the Gods, and there's game 2! Snow pulls it out. Holy crap.
10. It's 15. I think I can go one
Yep.
more.
20.
Yep.
Okay.
Red victory in the
That
bag.
brings us to the Baron, who will 5 foot step back and then reload his musket as a full round action. Which brings us to the Sorcerer.
Now we've got game 3 on our
That's
hands.
not
There's only
a
3
square.
cubes.
I hope you're all having as much of fun as I am. This is fantastic.
Oh, sure, the Baron backs up behind the lady.
What a gentleman.
He's not going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
I will try to cast Color Spray defensively then.
Okay.
So, create a big concentration was when I vote.
Let's see if Katie can actually pull out the victory from underneath another Death
First
Shadow
spell
deck.
defensively.
Um,
So that's a will save.
yep.
What's the
So,
DC?
Where do I see
Thinking long and hard. Long and hard. About what to put in, what to take out.
It should be 10 plus or 11 plus her charisma modifier.
Getting reset life totals.
Alright. So, should be a +4 then. So, 15.
That's 4 hit dice.
Let's see
it
what
is
we've got for game
stunned
number
and blinded
3.
For 1d4 rounds, then stunned
Game
for
3!
Alright.
So
4 rounds.
5 total
All right.
rounds. That it is basically useless. Okay. So
That many falls
that
out
brings
of the
up
tree?
it. No, because it has a climb speed, right? So it is stunned, and then that brings up Astag.
Yeah, worked last time. We'll try it again. Firebolt.
Okay.
4.
Just making sure that everything
5,
was
6,
still
7, 8,
working
9.
great.
9.
Range touch.
Check to see. It has
Katie
11, and 2 of that is
going
Dex, which it will
against
lose
the
because it's
polymerization plan.
stunned, so that will hit.
Wow. I guess if you know they're looking for it, to take it out and just become a black-white token deck? Fascinating. Or just plumb stupid. Haven't figured it out yet.
Okay. Okay, so that will bring up Physic.
Word, Santa is legit.
So it's, if I were to move right underneath of it, I try to reach it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 15 feet up. So it's
just want to
yeah,
thank
you'd have
the
to-
Negro Bargain for joining us this
10 feet in
festive
the air.
pre-Christmas
Yeah,
magic
start up the rope ladder or
special.
something to reach it.
Correct.
That sounds like a plan that's gonna get me killed.
Where would you like the flowers sent?
Yeah, why not? So and I only have to climb 5 feet, right?
Correct.
Well, Santa likes you too, Ashlyn. Thanks for joining us
You're
tonight.
unable to get up the ladder.
He's unable to get up the ladder.
These ladders will be the death of me.
Let's see if Snell's able to pull out this game 3
Alright,
and get himself farther into the Brian bracket.
You're fitting into the party well. Welcome to the group.
and
That's
puts me there,
20.
and I'm on, so I'm
Or 20, so
But I
then
noticed
you
you
can
didn't roll a
start
3.
climbing the ladder.
No, there was
I don't think I
You
can,
can have
I still
two.
can't quite reach it with the,
Snell decides to
If
not
you're
keep
taking a
his
double
7.
Move, you could get to the ladder.
I can, okay.
And so make your climb check.
I step over him as he's
Yep.
laying at the ground again. Did you fall again?
I
Are you
didn't
prone?
fall,
You
I
didn't fall?
just, I couldn't grab the
Okay,
ladder.
so my climb check. That's an 8.
8.
Yeah.
And
He is also
Santa's
not
not
enough.
getting any younger, waiting for you to keep shuffling. Although we are on game 3 and it's only been 20 minutes. This
Good thing
round
you're
is
well,
going
too.
to be
Yeah, because
a
it's just-
long wait to the next round.
Yeah, it just
Which I've already said I'm going to try to get Pack Moon. Or Rat Moon. Or Moon Rats. Whatever the deck is called.
So- That brings
Do you
up
like those
the Baron,
6?
who can
You
shoot
do.
now, and
Scry to the
does
top.
For 2 damage again with his giant musket. Which brings us to the sorcerer.
Did she actually get knocked over?
Fetch for land.
She just got knocked over
Fetch
because
for
I was
land.
Messing with these deeds.
Katie opting to not kill herself with her lands.
So if it's blinded and stunned,
Probably a good idea to stay alive.
You do not.
Alright, unfortunately.
I have these cool little tiers for this type of
Snow
stuff,
goes
but
Serum
you
Visionings.
just run out of room to
Doesn't
put
like what he
so
sees
much
on the
stuff.
scry. Sends him to the bottom.
I will give it another magic missile.
Okay.
5 hits.
Just killing it on those magic missiles.
Well, apparently all the action's taking place over
Katie
there.
goes Hideawaying with her Windbrisk Heights. The rest go on to the
And That
bottom.
brings up the Crocata, so it is stunned. Which brings up Astag.
And we're going to
I
Thoughtseize.
carefully try to go down the rope ladder.
Okay.
What don't we like this time? Probably either the Engineered Explosives or the Liliana Last
How
Hope.
much more motion? How much more movement do I get?
10 in, if you're
Gonna
taking a
go
single
ahead and get
move
rid of
or-
that Engineered Explosives.
Yeah.
Good call, Katie.
30 if you're-
Good call.
And then that will bring up Physic.
Alright, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna
Do
climb
it.
that ladder.
Do it.
That's what I'm saying. Your deck is based around the polymorph,
No,
but if he's looking at polymorph, you just go hard
Far enough down, he's
into
just like,
the black-white tokens route.
Still on the ladder.
I still don't know if it was the right play, but I'm also bad at this game. That's why Santa's just a commentator.
What are you trying to do? Throw this bar?
It's climbed a tree. Okay.
Oh, I lied. Santa's more of a dictator than a commentator.
No, it has a climb speed.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Alright.
I just can't even get started. Like, I can't find the ladder. Where is
it
it?
cheats very much.
Don't like that
Calabash.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Gonna go up the
Snow
ladder.
goes a thought season.
Okay, make sure you're rolling d20.
It's gonna cost him some life to get
That
down.
won't help.
That's not gonna help.
No.
I I decided I'm gonna hold the ladder steady for
That would be a 16.
So you are able to climb up the ladder.
And we're going back to
She'll
the
be
hideaway.
to be able to swing my sword at.
Eventually,
Yep.
she'll be able to cast
You gotta
those.
Climb up 10 feet, and then you can swing your sword at it. You'll take a -2 for being on the ladder.
Thank the nice referee.
Snow goes fetching.
I give you a -5.
One right now.
And you're not
And
allowed to
not
roll
shocking.
threes. I've talked
Must
to you
not
about
have a
that.
derp shadow.
So that brings up the Count, who full round reloads, which brings up the Sorceress.
If you want to get out of there, nobody's going to call you a coward.
I will.
Yeah. It's probably what she's gonna do.
I'm going to try and catch her.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so she's got a climb +3.
Liliana hits the board.
Yeah.
Y'all remember last game, Snell actually got to Ultimate Liliana against a token deck.
Never make a...
He actually put more tokens into play than the token deck.
Who knew that a DC 10 climb check would be the...
So 8 on the reflex save.
Thump.
Katie needs some tokens
So
of her
she
own
will
on the
take
board.
6
And
damage.
there's a Lingering Souls. That's going to start her off with a Mighty 2.
This is a swap, I presume.
The
What's
ladder
she
has
have?
the ladder has more done
She's
more
got 2
damage to
left.
us than anything else.
Okay, so that brings up the Crocata, so it
And
is
Snell's
fully
immediately going
stunned
to
and
tick up
blinded for
Lily
one more
to
round,
get
then
rid of one of
stunned
those
for one
spirits.
round. So that brings up Astag.
And I missed a fetch.
Okay,
And a shock.
I'm going to channel positive energy. I'm going to exclude the...
We're just going to
monster.
Thoughtseize.
Crocata. Loicrata, whatever.
We're going to get rid of
Everybody
that,
recover 10 points.
was that timely reinforcements?
And in case it's not clear, yes,
Or,
the crocodile.
soldiery
Of
thingy.
course.
He was fully healed as much.
Another Windbrisk Heights.
So that brings up
Nope,
Physic.
a fetch.
Does it?
That's a good question. Apparently better question than I knew.
Alright.
This is a nail biter. A real bell jingler.
So you're able to climb up.
Katie's got to keep Liliana in check lest she lose to the onslaught of zombies.
Make it.
One at Lily.
Alright, so...
One at the Snell.
Yes, you can punch the thing.
I guess when you've got him down to 8, you try to get him dead as soon as possible.
20 will.
2 more Lingering Souls on the flashback.
And 9 damage.
So you punch the thing, and it falls to the ground, hitting negative hit points.
I just got up here.
Me too!
If she happens to get an intangible virtue down, she could be presenting lethality.
So I guess most Loicratas have the haunches of a lion, but this one
To
has
attack!
the haunches of, and tail of a tiger. So more so than the
Oh,
picture, it looks like
there
it was
is
orange
a
and black, and so
anger
very
of the
easy,
gods.
To
And he
confuse
ticks
it with
up Lily.
tiger, favorite point with him.
Talk about timely.
Okay,
So we killed it.
gonna take the corpse back with us.
What can you do? You've got to kill her.
Yes,
You got to
they're
do
able
something to her.
get it and skin the trophy.
Inquisition.
Be very happy with himself.
Probably the Shadow. Good call, Katie. Good call.
So you get the chance to rest for the night before departing for the temple.
Snow goes to Tappa Tappa to play Tassiger
Fancy templates.
or
Yes, you set back up the whole tent
5.
scene that's on those other cards.
Alright, I think we need to sleep in that.
So everybody can have their spells back.
And
Night's worth of hit points. Though
Get rid of 'em all.
If you're missing hit point damage, the cleric would have healed everybody to full. And your croc will
You
get
don't
back
need
to
that
one
serum
of the
visions.
two
You've looked enough.
con damages taken.
Give him back his hit point. Because he had an odd numbered con.
His hit point.
Not a lot she can do to stop that Liliana from just going off.
See, I'm super prepared on some
Tick up.
tonight. I don't have monsters printed out, but I
Pass his
drew all the
turn.
maps. If you guys want to organize yourselves into your
We're gonna
marching
path.
order there.
Okay, who wants to take
And that's going to draw out the stubborn denial.
Whatever.
I think we want him out front and.
Which is going to draw out her counterspell.
We'll send the
Okay.
alligator up through.
That's a way to take care of Tassiger. Get him off the board!
And we'll
The
have
cowardly
you,
blue way!
cover the rear in case we get Pearl Harbor. Not that that could ever happen.
So,
It's never happened,
it's
right?
definitely never happened.
And we're going to Thoughtseize the
so
last
make a
card away.
survival
We know it's a
check to
Snapcaster.
find
You
the
don't need
temple
it.
in the swamp.
Now she's facing down an ultimate Liliana.
19.
19,
It's emblem
you find your
time.
way through the swamp and have located the temple ruins.
Oh, also, I'm going to ask around, see if anybody has bug repellent.
You get some bug repellent.
Thank you.
Since I specifically told you you didn't need bug repellent at the beginning, and then realized they hid it in a freaking sidebar here. So you arrive at the temple. A large saltwater or freshwater swamp dominates the lowlands.
Oh.
So, if you'd like to make a knowledge religion check as you approach to identify who this temple is dedicated to, you can do so.
Snell's going to get himself a whole lot of zombies.
There's a waste of it.
Eventually.
23.
This temple appears to be dedicated
she's
to
already down.
Ragya, a Vudran god of monkeys. The site is almost completely overgrown by vegetation. Only bits and pieces of brown sandstone exterior are visible from the outside. The weight of the massive roof and passage of centuries have caused the ceiling to collapse near the building's center.
What to do? What to do?
The jungle around it is
He's going to
exceptionally
keep getting
thick,
exponential
providing
zombie
full
growth.
ground action to move just 5
Can
feet.
you do
If
something
you are
about it
off
before
in
he
any of
kills
the
you?
Jungle portion.
'Cause it's 2
outside
plus
of
The number of zombies you
section
control
there, it's kind of off.
at the end of your turn, I believe.
So,
At the beginning of your end
columns
step,
lining
yes.
The walls of this small room, each decorated with a high relief. This is, I'm sorry, as you enter the first room here.
Yeah, we're pathfinders. We use the main entrance.
6 zombies. 4 tapped. 6 not.
Entrance is not for us.
And there's nothing she can do. Unfortunately, the Liliana
Yes,
emblem
nothing.
does it another token deck.
Ever.
Holy crap. Snell just pulled that one out of his keister.
Columns line the walls of this small room, each decorated with a high relief carving of a monkey. in a
Reset
different
those.
pose.
Santa's
Some
gonna
monkey
find out
sculpture is
who
sick. And these are the
Moon
sculptures
Rats
all along there.
is gonna be
Sit,
playing next. Holy shnikers. That was a come from behind victory if Santa's ever seen one. Oh,
littered with decaying plant matter and mud.
don't need
And the
that,
stench of
don't
rotting
need
muck
that.
pervades the area. An open archway leads south and out into the jungle, while a second leads north deeper into the temple.
Oh my.
Out to the jungle, deeper into the temple.
Oh, I got rid of that.
And when you first enter
Oh.
this place, there's a group of looters who are heading towards the exit. Towards you. They...
Santa will be right back We've got just under 20 minutes to go in the round. That was a good match. Unfortunately.
Are they fleeing toward us, or?
Oh, fortunately, Snell did win! Yay!
Casually leaving.
Well, let me get that
Snetto wants
out
to remind
here.
everybody that we do have the Oofy Preserve up and running.
They seem to have been
I'm gonna
looting.
give you
And
that to
now
chew on.
They're on their way.
Snetto will be right
out.
back.
West, vines and foliage intrude
Hello!
into the temple.
Greetings
Open
and
air
welcome
balcony.
back.
Well, similar
Fellow
balconies to the
Magicians!
relatively clear plant
Magicers! Magic...
plants.
Magic people!
Okay. Let's go to
An
the
open archway leads south. Oh, south,
where
the
we just
direction
came in.
you came from. So only a tiny creature could climb across the rubble to the next spot. Small creatures might be able to squeeze through with a check.
Oh, we don't have any of those.
We do, actually.
We do?
Crocodiles.
Is there any way around after this balcony?
Well, yes.
There we go! We've got Tron John back in the saddle, rocking his Tron deck, versus Jared Piper and the Moon Rats.
Alright. If you can talk
Oh.
about being roped.
I couldn't have made this up even if I could. We did have the black-white token mirror match in this round, but I'm sick of watching black-white tokens!
That's where your little ninja gnome.
No elves
That's
tonight.
that's
That
for your
makes Santa
fifth
a little
level
sad, but
gnome
oh well.
rogue, I guess.
More slave labor
Yeah,
for
that would be a
Santa.
tough one.
Yes.
5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
This one should be interesting. John back on his Tron after his hiatus
Yeah.
versus Moon Rats, which hasn't been doing great.
So
Eventually, this deck will work the way it's intended to.
Shortly. Try not to get killed.
Too bad. And then he won't get a chance to review. Yes.
a narrow path extends between the exterior wall of the temple and the thick web of vines
Oh,
and tree branches that
boy.
cover its walls. At either end of the path, small open-air balconies lead back into the temple.
That's these here. Come back in.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. How
One
that
thing is for
is going
certain,
to-
we're not gonna see
Oh.
Snow, Ultimate
Yes, I'm
Liliana
sorry. So you
in
come
this
out
game.
here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's jungle all
Santa's
along
for
here,
damn
but
sure
right
not gonna let
here,
that happen again on camera.
There's a small path. Yes, you can go, and that lets you get to.
John making sure his deck is straight, much like Mr.
That
Bracket.
lets you get to here. which
Because a
is an
straight deck is a
entrance
happy
back
deck.
onto
And gives you better draws.
into this area back here.
So in this area here is accessible through a tunnel, through doorways here.
This is actually not a completely. This is all one room.
Oh, okay. All right.
When you get up to it. Well, no, that's
And we're
that wall is
scrying
literally
to
just like that, so
the
it's-
there's a wall
bottom
there.
Yeah, there
part.
is.
Like that area in the middle.
Now
like a U-shaped
is
kinda wall.
time
Yeah.
for turn one,
Alright.
and we start
Well, because I expect
with an Eldrazi temple.
something.
John starts with
a 12-foot
the
tall,
E
high-relief sculpture
temple.
mountain dominates the north end of a large chamber. It's just past the edge of the
And
mountain.
we're thought seizing.
A s-
No, you
stand
made
Right
that
out of the
before I
gate.
was gone.
of a figure now missing. Its head sits in the lotus position at the mountain's peak, while smaller statues of monkey-faced pilgrims rest on ledges
Let's
further
see
down the
here.
mountain. Shattered pieces of
What
yet more
don't
monkey
you
statues
need?
litter the floor. The southern half of the room is filled with rubble.
Let's see
stuck
here.
in
He's going
the
to go
arch
thought not,
passageway.
thought not into.
In the center of the
Hmm.
room, a small enclosed shrine made of dark brown stone faces south towards the rubble. A hallway to the west leads to the.
Those are
to a
lands.
balcony
Can't
overrun
take
by
those.
foliage.
Do you want a thought
A
knot
hallway to the east
or a
leads
world
to an
breaker?
open balcony from which you
Or a
are-
reality smasher, I believe.
Here there are a pair of twisted creatures.
Different from us?
Yes, different.
Waste.
Besides, Ostog
Wow.
and the crocodile, which I guess together certainly could count as a pair of twisted creatures, there are two other creatures here.
Taking time to write him down, even though he's probably going to play revealed.
It'll be some kind of mutation.
Just play revealed. Move it along.
We haven't fought any monkeys.
No.
So
Yeah.
that will be initiative. As I look up the stats on these beautiful creatures that you.
Okay, the
And there's a waste. What a waste.
spell runs 4 minutes. Is it still on?
It would still
What
be
a waste of a
active, yes.
card. Santa slays himself.
There are advantages to being a 4th level.
Get it?
cast.
Santa slays himself.
Alright. Fezzik.
18.
How?
Sorceress is at 10.
How? It must have been draw, go, pass, go.
Astok.
16. I'm advising the sorcerers to keep a few spells
How
in
did-
reserve.
And
Have the fighters do the job.
Santa's so very confused.
15.
15. You guys are very fast today. So.
Unfortunately, we can't
We're
hit.
pushing the thought not seer,
We can outdex
and
the
we're
opponent
drawing a
up here.
card,
Very true.
and we're, I'm guessing, casting Thought Not Seer to replace the Thought Not Seer, and
So these look like this.
Oh, it's a lot bigger. than
They're actually size tiny.
get rid of
Yes, they
the
are size
terminate.
So Fezzik, you will go first.
Oh.
And they're hovering in the air like that?
Did he? What?
Actually, they are climbing on. I'm sorry. They're climbing on the sculpture that's in the back end of the room.
Smasher.
So they are 10 feet up on the sculpture.
Did we get an indication that they are actually
Apparently,
hostile?
they did the trigger.
They're twisted. They were described as twisted.
Yeah.
The trigger that came into play
Tiny
was
little
missed, but they went back
buddy,
for it.
Well-muscled man. Yes, they're acting
Oh.
hostile.
Okay. Just want to make sure before I go up and punch them.
Monstrosities are assumed to be hostile, yes.
Alright. So. Go like that. And try to punch it in the face.
So they are climbed up 10 feet
Well, let's
onto
see
the
here.
sculpture. More climbing!
More climbing.
You gotta climb up and punch one of them.
Alright. How about
Oh,
how big is the sculpture?
double smasher.
Freestanding, or could I knock it over?
Assuming he's at 3.
It is a 20-foot
And we're
tall,
scooping up to
5
game
foot
number
sculpture of a
2.
mountain that dominates the north end of this large chamber.
Okay, never mind.
We'll
If
update
you look at
that.
the map, it is
John gets the victory.
Thing.
right there.
Did you see Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Moving along.
I guess I'll try to climb it.
The only thing Santa can think of is John put his land down, only had the 3 mana, passed it, Jared passed it back, and then he played his 3rd mana
But
right after, and it just appeared he played a land, then another land and cast a spell.
no.
That's the only thing that makes sense to Santa. Holy crap, that was
That's
awkward.
fine.
Astag.
Alright.
Yeah, well, I mean, the gator will.
Ooh.
5, 10,
Oh.
15, 20.
Such is the awkwardness when you play Tron. On either side of
I'm
it.
going to attack this one using a bolt of fire.
Okay.
That was indeed a quick match.
12,
13,
13, 14, 15,
Oh
And
well.
17 for the bless. Range touch.
17 touch. Yes, that will hit.
Jeez, if he has to look it up to find out a 17 touch, this is going to be a toughie.
Well, I also had to double check to make sure it didn't have.
It's going to be a toughie. That's an adjusted 3.
Okay.
Are these magical beasts?
Kel, they are not. Anybody who has knowledge planes can make a roll on their turn.
Amazingly enough,
Amazing enough, the sorcerer has that.
Give them a good shuffle. Give them a good shuffle. We want to make sure that they are absolutely randomized for game number 2.
You think it's some sort of evil outsider.
oh, I hate evil outsiders.
Alright, I'm shooting the bow at the,
Okay.
the one closest to me.
I recommend the other one because he's not in melee.
Oh, that's... I already said I was going to shoot that one.
Yes, I know.
And I already rolled.
Oh well.
Which I had about a 14.
Remember to take a +1 for the blast.
Jared, I believe, is going to play first. Hopefully he'll be able to get something on the board. That's a search land.
So
About that
next
being in melee.
is the first Ashura.
There's a pander plant
5, 10, 15.
into a basilisk
20.
collar.
Actually, has to enter your square, which means you do get an attack of opportunity.
Jared is fetching.
Okay?
I'm
I drag out my
assuming not
second card,
shocking,
find a
but
random one.
he looks like he
9 and
only
3 is
took the
12,
1 damage.
+1 for the bless is 13.
That will miss. You also notice that it seems to have healed from some of its wounds.
Oh, jeez.
And now it will attack you with a sting.
I always liked his music.
Make sure you shuffle those up real nice and
It
tight.
actually,
Because Santa likes them nice and tight.
Which reminds me, if the opponent moved in the way you're describing,
He wasn't threatened. He was up on the mountain.
oh,
he
okay.
was, yeah, he
Got
actually
it.
climbed on the spider, climbed along the wall.
Okay.
This thing is on their tongue. It's not
And
exactly
we're
clear,
going
but it's a
with-
sting.
Sounds icky.
Yeah.
What is that?
21.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the way you're supposed to roll.
What
1
is
damage,
that?
and you will need to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude is my specialty. 16.
You have
Maybe
made the save,
a rat?
avoided the poison. That brings up the other Ashura.
Do not recognize that card whatsoever. But he's going to attack with it. We'll see how big it is. It's a 2-something.
So he's at ground level?
He will come over
John
here
does have
and
2
move
pieces
down
of
to
Charm
ground
on the
level,
board.
and you will enter your square, so you do get an attack opportunity against him. Actually, no, because you're.
There's
moving
Liliana
above.
the Last Hope. I did say Snell would not be
So he moves
ultimating
into your square and
Liliana the
attempts to
Last
attack
Hope.
you with his
Santa didn't say there wouldn't
threat
be an
critical.
ultimate of Liliana the Last Hope this game.
25
Yeah, it is.
Yes, Mr. Kinsman?
for 4 damage.
What can Santa
And you'll
do
need to
for
make
you?
a fortitude save.
It's 4. 12.
Notice how confident he sounded.
12 is
Oh,
the
is that a
DC.
Dark
Way
Confidant?
to go.
I'm guessing it's a Dark
Yeah,
Confidant.
still take the 4 points.
Still take the 4.
Oh.
Well, they provide an area for
Oh,
you
they
to write
do.
that.
Alright.
So it
that's
is.
the total. And that's the base. So...
So at this point, The temple reverberates with the wrathful screeches of monkeys that seem to originate from nowhere. In particular,
I believe those are the pack
and
rats.
leave the Assurus shaken for one round.
Take up Lily.
And now it's the sorceress's turn.
Yay, so she's gonna...
And attack for 2.
Planes
Oh.
Oh, really? Okay, that's a waste.
These are
Too many
Assurus
sugar cookies.
who are a lawful evil extraplanar outsiders. They
Fetching
have
up the mine.
poison,
Now he's got
obviously.
Tron.
They're immune to curses, diseases, poison, resistant to acid and electricity, and it requires cold iron or good weapons to deal full damage to them in melee combat.
Oh dear.
And they have fast healing.
Alright.
These are nasty little boogers. And I don't exactly... Assurus are basically just Indian demons, I think. I can't remember anything.
And an Oblivion
specific
Stone.
about them
This just
than
keeps getting
Indian
better and
demons.
better. And he's just gonna blow up the O
Alright,
Stone.
She'll throw a cantrip at the closest one to her.
What's the nature of the cantrip?
Flare. Try to dazzle it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Is there an attack to hit?
No.
It's just,
Let's see if Jared
what's
can
the
somehow
point?
pull
What's
out
the
this
save?
game too and send us to a game 3.
Is it right on?
3 for 3. 3 for 3. 3 for 3.
In my square.
Yeah. But I'm aiming at it.
You're aiming at it, okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You know how much that matters.
So it's a fortitude save?
Yeah.
You cause the light to burst.
Oh, it's a
Evil creature.
That's 17.
collective brutality.
Simple fortitude save.
Dazzle.
One mode, choosing to discard an instant or
Dazzle
sorcery.
for 1 minute.
Except for it's not.
Yes, it
It's
is
not
not.
because it made the same.
So that brings up Physic.
And I believe that's going to be a big whiffer.
Also spell resistance.
Because we've got Karn and Ulamog and a Mattery Shaper, an O-Stone, and a tower.
Alright, so these things are in their spaces, right?
What a wonderful collective brutality.
How does that work?
I hope it was worth it. It wasn't.
If you threaten it and
There's
he threatens
3.
it, yes, you flank it.
Mattery Shaper and 7 for Karn. Because that's a fair card.
Well, no, because it is here. It's in your square.
Okay.
So you actually, with you, anybody flanks it. From
Oh,
any
wow.
adjacent square.
Excellent.
It sucks to be tiny, actually, in melee combat.
Alright, so I might hit it. Maybe.
Give him a whack.
Well.
It's just-
Rolling in the crack.
Let's go ahead and take a card out of your hand because
With
that's
the
fair.
That's a 19, 21 with the flank.
That will
Yeah,
hit.
it.
And then
But then again, if you scoop, you're just done. There is no game 3. He's on the ropes. Jared has no choice but to
You
just
might
let
think
Karn
it
do
has
Karn
DR5.
things
no.
and hopefully stay in this match for
Okay.
at least 3 more
So
minutes.
that brings up Asta.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crocodile.
Try to bite it. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19.
And we're going to fatally push the Mattery Shaper.
That will hit
And we're going to get...
The referee will
Nothing.
let us know if it
7
falls.
damage.
7. If Bless would end, you've got like 2 minutes left of it. That would be very bad.
Oh, does Bless apply to the damage rolls too? Or just
No.
the attack rolls? Okay. Then yeah.
How much damage?
7 damage.
I'm
7
good, but I'm
damage.
not that good.
So he seems to take
Yeah.
considerably less damage.
But some.
But some. That is true. Which is useful.
Yep, there's the GG's. Extends
Now
the
Asta.
hand of defeat. John pulls out the
45 foot
victory.
step back,
It,
which I hope is out of his
as they
reach.
say, a broken watch is still right twice a day.
It is. He's
Our
a-
time
he-
has
he
come
does
to an
not
end.
threaten. He has to move into a square. To
I've had a blast
Bolt of flame,
here at Titan Games
firebolt.
in Peoria on Prospect.
That's a natural 2.
We got to see several Death Shadow, or we got to see Snell's Death Shadow take on 2 different black-white token decks. One had the spicy mix of
For melee
polymerization.
combat, you really don't have to.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that happen. We did get to see Liliana of the Last
No,
Hope
actually, though, if you
ultimate
step
twice.
back, he has to
in
move
back-to-back
into your
games.
Square, which means that he would
And we got to see John feel good about himself by beating down a Moonrat deck.
Oh, wow.
He actually has to move into our
Okay,
square
correct.
melee.
here's what you do. Swing on him.
I've had
take
fun.
a 5-foot
I hope you've all had fun with me.
Alright.
Remember to take a +1.
Evil Bob will be returning
2 more for the
possibly Tuesday at the Zone.
So plus
But this has been your Master of Ceremonies this evening, Sinterklaas,
13.
Pierre, Noel,
will miss.
Santa Claus.
And you're in 5-foot setback.
Wishing you
All right.
a Merry
That
Christmas,
brings up the Assurus. So
A
the first
Happy
one will
New
move
Year,
back into Ostog Square.
a Happy Festivus,
An attack of
a
opportunity.
Grand Noel,
That's a natural 3.
whatever your views
And it will
are of the
sting
seasons of the
you,
year, happy all of
14.
them.
Not good enough.
And the other one.
Evil Bob ends his broadcast with very good
Per
words.
square, so actually it
And I,
provokes
Santa
from
Claus,
both
will do the same.
Croc and you when it moves there.
However you choose
And her.
to live your life,
Which one first?
His first
Santa Claus approves. I'll see you all Christmas Eve. Or if you see me, you'll go insane.
Actually, no, sorry.
It's the Santa's curse. I can't help myself.
Moves flank when
Oh.
I got the attack of opportunity.
Good evening.
misses.
Merry
No,
Christmas.
17 hits.
Have a good life.
Yep.
With the